Jai Hind dosto, I'm Gargi Rai and I'm back with another video on reading comprehension. So in previous two videos I had shared how you can solve simple passages by explaining to you the directives that are required for this particular section of CSAT paper. So like I was mentioning, I will say again, the CSAT paper has this very important component of reading comprehension, and the most effective manner of solving reading comprehension is by understanding the directive. Okay, now what are these directives? In last video we explained the message, the directive message of the passage to you, and in this video we are going to look onto the meaning of a new directive, which is assumption. Okay, now let's just quickly move ahead and look up the passage and try and solve that as fast as we can. Okay, so this is the passage. Before moving ahead, again I'm going to explain the very important thing to you. These two lines, like I explained in the previous video also, these two lines, they're very important. They say that you have to read the passage carefully and answer the question that follows the passage, and also your answer should be based on passage only. Do not apply any other knowledge that you have acquired on the topic given in the passage. You just have to read the passage, answer whatever you can from the passage only. Do not apply anything else. Okay, now today's passage has a directive which says assumption. Now what are assumptions? Assumptions are the they are the facts that you establish after reading or going through any of the information in a passage or maybe anywhere else. So it is based on the given knowledge. Okay, it is not it is just assumed out of reading something. It is not something that is established by facts. Okay, this is just assuming something. So you are assuming certain things based on whatever proof is given to you, whatever is given to you, the passage or whatever information. Fine, so we are just assuming it without any sort of a proof. Okay, this is like assuming anything without proof. So applying this meaning on this passage, you have to find out the correct answer to this question. Okay, now this passage says, according to the scientists, the GIB, here it means great Indian bustard. We are talking about the bird. The GIBs are slow breeders and they build their nest on the ground. The species have also been subjected to hunting and egg collection in the past. There also have been a decline in prevailing habitat loss as dry grasslands have been diverted to other use. Experts also warn of pesticides contamination and increase of populations of free-ranging dogs and pigs along with native predators, putting pressure on the nest and chicks. While most of the population of species is confined to Jaisalmer Desert National Park, wildlife enthusiasts believe that more area outside the protected area must be made suitable for species. A conservation effort like Project Tiger may not work for a large bird of an arid region that can always fly out of the protected area. Experts are calling for community-centric conservation of the species. So this was our passage. Now let's see what question I have for you. The question says, based on the above passage, following assumptions have been made. The first option is dry grassland habitat is declining due to urbanization. Second one is there is an increase in the population of dogs and pigs around Jaisalmer. So the question is, which of the above assumptions is or are valid? Okay, now let's just see how this has been assumed based on the passage. The first one says dry grassland habitat is declining due to urbanization. Now, there is a line here in the passage which says there is also a decline in prevailing habitat loss as dry grasslands have been diverted for other use. Okay, now even if you are assuming something by applying whatever is given to you without any proper facts, you will see that it is only saying other uses and it is not saying urbanization. So it's not giving any specific reason why this particular habitat is declining. So we cannot take this statement as completely true or valid assumption. Okay, now the second one says there is an increase in the population of dogs and pigs around Jaisalmer. Now here, if you read here, so it says experts also warn of pesticide contamination and increase of the population of free ranging dogs and pigs along with native predators putting pressure on the nest and chick. Okay, this is one line. Then the next says while most of the population of species is confined to Jaisalmer Desert National Park, so if you see, either the maximum or most of the population of Great Indian Bustard is located around the Jaisalmer Desert National Park, which is given here. So assuming that around Jaisalmer, see, it's written around Jaisalmer, there is sort of an increase in the population of dogs and pigs. So we can say that, yeah, this assumption looks to be valid according to this passage. Now, if you have to find out the answer and mark it, it says one only. So we have already seen that the first statement, the first assumption is not quite valid, so we can strike this one off. This is not correct. One only. Two, yes, we find that two is correct. One and two both are not valid assumptions. One is not valid but two is valid, so this option cannot be correct, neither one nor two. But we have seen that two is a valid assumption, so D also is a wrong option. So the correct option here is B. So you've seen how you can solve a passage logically by understanding the directive. Okay, I'm telling you again and again, while solving RCs and also practicing them, you have to keep two things in mind. One is that you need to understand the directives which are given in the passage itself, in the question. Okay, whatever the question is asking you, you have to do that only. Okay, and you can't just run wild. Okay, fine, I've got a passage, whatever the assumption is, I'll try to answer it, but then you will not get your accuracy. Okay, second most important thing is your practice. You need to practice continuously, consistently, and you have to continue that without really stopping in between. So two things: practice plus your understanding of the directives. Okay, these two things are going to get you good marks in RC without any fail. So guys, I hope this video has been helpful to you. I will continue to deliver every day. I will continue to deliver very good passages to you also, that you practice very well. And I hope you continue watching our channel of Optimize IAS and IAS with Santosh sir. So if you have any queries, you can write it down in the comment box below, or we will try to address that. So till then guys, I wish you all a very good luck and keep on practicing hard. All the best.